And for real, man, like your energy level is just different.
I appreciate that so much.
From the very first show when you were humping the speaker, man, I wish the camera cut out in the middle of me performing, in the middle of me shooting that, and I didn't have it on camera, but I wish I could because we would play that bitch back right now.
I was on that ecstasy. I was horny. I was like,
welcome to Behind the Red. I am your host, Tim Gaines, and in front of me we have our guest today, Freshie.
Dirty.
Good to have you on the show, man. You've been around town, been doing stuff from what we see.
Yeah.
So let's dive right into it.
Sure.
You're on an Invasion tour right now?
Yeah, DirtVasion tour, man.
Okay, DirtVasion tour.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How's it going?
It's been really a fun thing for sure. Like, got all my homies on it. Shout out Invasion, the people I record with. Got my other homies on it too. Press Play MJ,
Okay.
Super P. You know what I'm saying? I'm really we doing it ourselves. It's all like funded by us. You know what I'm saying? So and we working it. We working on the venues. We working all the logistics, all that stuff. So it's cool just to be able to do it ourselves. I really wanted to take it back to like on some like just the punk days, like how they used to just upcoming artist period though.
Yeah,
you know what
like
I'm saying?
the underground?
Like, independent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really just embracing independence. That's really what the tour is. But we've been having great turnouts. Every show been lit.
I've been seeing from the
Every
stories,
show.
Man. I've been meaning to make it, but I just been out of my schedule.
You
feel
gotta
me?
come. You gotta come.
Yeah, I definitely will. Where have you performed at so far as in the tour?
We did 2 Columbus dates. We did Pittsburgh. We got Rolling Loud next week, and then after that we coming back to Akron. So the first month was just Ohio run. The next month is gonna be out of the state run. So
Okay, what's the out of state run?
LA for sure, Chicago, Atlanta, I believe New York, and it's only 4 weeks in a month. So
Yeah.
try to fit like at least 4 cities, maybe like double date some of them, but most of them be like just probably the top 4 cities.
Got you. And like since you're like this is all like from you, like from the ground up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all self done. So explain like the hardships of that, you know what I'm saying? You were just mentioning earlier, like it's a process, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, all great work gonna have its great hardships, you know what I'm saying? For sure. So I mean like just like having to be on top of everything and really like be a leader, you know what I'm saying? Because times when I just want to play the back, I understand how important it is for me to still be in front. At the same time, you know, keep the motivation up for everybody so everybody could be, you know, trying to play their role and stay in their lane at the same time.
Yeah,
but
that's the biggest thing.
you know, you just got to deal with everybody's emotions and, you know, everybody different characters and attitudes and stuff like that. Especially being in the center of everything, I just got to, it's probably the hardest thing is just like, making sure everybody get took care of.
Yeah. People management, time management too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because you're only one person, but it's more than one person to take care of. You feel me?
Having
including
yourself.
yourself.
As great as a team as I do, and, you know, somebody like Hersh for sure, like, you know what I'm saying, type people who don't play that same role as me, but still play a major role. So like, though the team is amazing, and it make it that much more fun and easier for sure.
Most def. That's a part of the great turnout to the show so far too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And speaking of shows, I know about a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, you were in LA, correct?
Yeah.
You had a show out there?
Yes.
Wasn't it in Fairfax?
On Fairfax. It's a street, yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Shout out my boy Hersh, man, for sure. Like, that boy is a GOAT, man. Shout out Hersh. But he had put it together. We was already in LA. I had a show already out there, and we was out there. He was already out there. He met me out there, and then he was just like, Fresh, like, I think I might just stay an extra week. I think we could put another show in like a week.
Word.
We had like 5 days. But I seen this man put the whole show together. But
in 5 days?
4 days, honestly, because the day he thought of it was already counting a day.
Word.
So he had 5 days to put a whole show together, and it sold out with starting it with just Cleveland acts. So you got Top Gun, me, and Zelly. And then, you know, we started to add people. He added people, and things came. And we had so many, like, big name people in there, and just sold out show in Fairfax. You know what I'm saying? So
it looked lit from the stories, man. I was mad I wasn't there. You feel me?
Man, it was lit as hell, bro. I ain't gonna cap. It was lit as hell.
So
Great
speaking of like shows and performing, what's the difference between like the crowds in LA versus the Ohio crowds? Is there a difference or?
For sure. I mean, like we bring out that crowd in Ohio. Like I feel like I bring out like that, you know, that turn punk shit, just that rage crowd. But in LA, it's bigger. It's just more people. You know what I'm saying? And then like in LA as well too. Like with the artists, like it's not local rappers, so it's not like all these people you don't know. Mostly in LA is all your favorite rappers on one show. So or at least 3 of them that you already know and listen to, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody got a following, so it's just like it just bring more people. So it's really, we do the same thing in Ohio, just out there. It's just more people. It's bigger. It's a bigger reach.
And you expanded on new crowds, like people who haven't heard you before.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. But they used to that type of energy, but they probably never heard of that artist. But as long as you know what I'm saying, you performing right, for sure, people turned up.
Most
I love LA.
Do you notice when like performing in like other cities that it's like more of a boost in the fan base, or like you notice you get like more people fucking with you from different places?
For sure, all the time, every city.
And that's part of the performance. Like, you're one of my favorite performers. Like, I've seen at least 100+ concerts. I've seen Travis Scott, Kanye, Jay-Z. I'm talking about like everybody. You're up there with like my top 10 for real, man. Like, your energy level is just different.
I appreciate that so much.
From the very first show when you were humping the speaker. Man, I wish the camera cut out in the middle of me performing, in the middle of me shooting that, and I didn't have it on camera, but I wish I could, because we would play that bitch back right now.
I was on that ecstasy. I was horny. That was my birthday weekend though. That was the first time I did that, and then, ever since then, for real, like keep between us, I started doing that every show. Like
it's show killer for
sure. I gotta do that every time.
Most
every time.
So going to your performance, like, how do you get ready for a show? You know what I mean? Because like that energy is just like infectious. You know what I mean? Like that's some shit that most people do not have. You know?
What's crazy is, bro, no cap, I never been to a concert. Like I never had a general admission and went to a concert ever in my life. Ever. Well, I take that back. One time my sister took me in 2019 when Travis Scott came, cause I never been
the
to
Astro World.
Yeah.
That shit was lit. The roller coaster. That shit was
I did go to that one. That was the only one I went to. But she took me like on some birthday thing. But I never been to a concert before. Like I always just seen them like from behind, like just being there. I always performed. I've been a rapper my whole life, like since the time I was born. Like my mom used to rap and shit too. She met like Michael Jackson and all that shit. But to answer your question, like I'm natural. Like the reason why I went back that far is because I'm just naturally like who I am. Like I could be chilling, then right now while we on camera, I could hop up on the table and just have fun. Like I'm just a hyperactive person though. Like he done move the water. Like man, put this nigga out on the table.
Thirsty, it's hot in here. You feel me?
But I'm just I got ADHD, so like I was diagnosed with that OCD. So I just be like, I don't know. I'm just a naturally hyper person.
Hella energy. You feel me?
Exactly. I mean, I got a lot of shit I've been through. So when I get and the music help me just release. You know what I'm saying? Keep me sane. Like how people might box or skateboard or whatever. It just like I'm able to release everything I've been feeling, going through that time and moment. So I've always been like that. I never really like studied it until I like started noticing that I was a good performer. So, but yeah, for sure. I to get ready, shit. I just like how I get ready for any other thing. Like we about to go to the club or something. I start turning up with the homies. Shit, we smoking, we drinking.
Make sure the energy's right. You feel me? Okay.
We just be chilling, and then we just get in that mode. It just click.
Got you. And you were talking about like your early life. You said you've been like rapping for like forever since you was like a kid, right? Yeah. So like what got you into music? Was it your mom specifically, or was it just like
a little? It's like my mom and me getting in trouble. My mom, like I said, she met Michael Jackson, and that was my first favorite entertainer, before anything. And then when I seen the picture with him, she was like 14. So and I was like,
a picture with him.
Yeah, a picture with him. She was 14. She performed. She opened up for Michael Jackson. He came to Cleveland.
Okay.
And when I seen that, like I gotta meet Michael. Like, but I just didn't know how to start. Like, you know how everybody. I'm young as hell too. I'm like 9 years old. Like,
okay, so you started when you were about 9? Like taking it for real, or like seeing a dream at about 9?
That's when I believed in, like, all right, like I just want to rap, like, cause I was able to, cause I used to want to be a garbage truck dude, the dude that ride on the back of the garbage truck. Yeah. That was my original first dream job.
Word.
But then I heard me Michael Jackson. Like, I gotta figure that out. But I ended up getting in trouble in 2nd grade. My homie brought a gun to school, and I like grabbed a gun and was like acting crazy with it. He brought a loaded gun to school. We in 2nd grade.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So off of that, I had got suspended from school, and I had to go to another school. And when I got to my other school, I'm in like 3rd grade, and I was cut. I was just being a badass because I just got caught with the gun. So I'm the kid, you know what I'm saying?
You
like,
the bad kid,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I ain't got no siblings, so I just always just been to myself. Like I had hella friends, but I got in trouble again for cussing in school, and my principal was like, I could either get his note this paper, you cussing to your mom,
Yeah.
or you can make a positive song. And I was basically just rapping, but I was cussing.
So you got in trouble for cussing in your rap.
Exactly.
Got you.
Exactly.
Okay,
on paper, but I ain't rap it.
Yeah,
I was just like passing it to my friends, and they were like, "Yo,
this is fire. This is
Exactly.
fire." But they like, yeah.
So I had to like not go to recess and all that stuff for like I think a month or like 2 weeks or something like that. My principal was like, "You got to come here and make music."
Word.
And I was like, the first time, I'll never forget his name. I don't remember none of my teachers, but I remember my principal. His name was Mr. Poole. It was a white dude. And this one, GarageBand was on Apple Max. Just really came out for real.
Word.
And he had GarageBand. I made the beat and everything. I made
Word.
my first song.
In school, yo. Who would have thought, yo?
Okay, in school.
That's a different introduction to music than...
I ain't want to get in trouble again. I'm like, damn, I just got in trouble for the gun thing. Now I'm going to this
Yeah.
school. I'm getting in trouble for cussing. Like, and back, third grade cussing was major. So, like,
most
I'm in there cussing, saying all type of stuff. But it taught me, like, the discipline and how much I love music. I was like, I really like doing this. I really like sitting at the computer. I don't care what nobody doing outside. Like, I like hearing myself. I like releasing. And that was cool. I made a song about sports. And it was...
Spit us a line from it. You remember?
I was just
Spit us
saying,
a
like,
line.
I was just like, water polo, hockey. I was saying some bullshit. But yeah, it was fire.
So like fast forward, like say 10 years from then, you obviously like found your like certain like sounds, you know what I'm saying? And you're from East Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
But I would say like your sound's not really like East Cleveland rap, you know what I mean?
Right.
So tell us on like how you got this persona and like how'd you find the sound and not go with the stereotypical like, you know what I mean, like trap rap.
Right. Basically, cause like I was born in East Cleveland. My mom and dad split. Both my parents from East Cleveland, Ohio. But my mom, she more so wanted a better life for us. So she moved into Euclid. So I was living in Euclid. I was like back and forth between like Euclid and my mom. I'm in my dad's house, East Cleveland. So I'm just back and forth a lot. So I seen different, like at a kind of younger age. Like
to peek over the fence.
Exactly. So it was like by like 5th grade, 4th grade, like I started really paying attention. Like it's not just black people, it's white people. It's, you know what I'm saying? Then I got a cousin on my mom's side. He already was living in the suburbs, but so he was already like a suburban kid. So he was already hip to like rock. He got me hip to like NSYNC and like, you know what I'm saying? Just all that like Green Day, Hollywood Undead, just like other stuff. Like I loved the 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? That's my dad.
You're
like,
trying, you feel
exactly.
me? That's classic to
Tupac,
today.
all that was like with my dad. He listened to, my dad's R&B, but my mom, she listened to like R&B and stuff too. So, but I was always like, I liked the other stuff other than just like the gangster shit. And then like, too, just growing up, I mean, I was influenced by my friends. I did a lot of shit that I wish I didn't do, but I had to do. But same time, like, it was never really my persona. I'm really not like, no, I'm not no gangster nigga. I just round gangsters all the time. Like, I come from that. Like, I see that every day. Like, but that it never was me. Like, it never was me to be like this extra tough person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas know what's up. Like, niggas know where we come from. Niggas know what we doing. But I always like to have fun, though. Like I said, I ain't got no siblings, so I always like, I mean, I got a half sister. I ain't gonna never just say I ain't got no siblings. But, I'm like only child for real. So like, it's only me. I have no brothers. I say that. And, you know, I just always had to like fend for myself. So it's like best way for me to do it. Cause I could either be like by myself and get my ass whooped or trying to whoop people ass or do this or like shit just like have fun. I feel like that was my only way to survive and protect myself was like to have fun for real. Because if I didn't, I feel like it's only me. So it's like I don't have nobody to help me if I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in retrospect, you got friends, cousins, but
like in the household, you know what I'm saying?
Just when you die, you die by yourself regardless. And it's like I ain't got no brother or like nobody to kind of like fend for me. You know what I'm saying? So like I was always into like, even though we was into that shit, I was always present like, man, let's do this though. Like we could do that, but let's do this too though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So when it came around to like, I guess recording like studios, since you're like from East Cleveland, was most of the music you were surrounded with like the kind of like trap rap, you know what I'm saying? And you just kind of branched off on your own sound?
I mean, I always, like I said, I always make music. So like, I really already kind of was like developing. I really say I ain't developed my sound till like, for real, when I said like 2016, for real. But, I mean, that's what it is. I got signed to Reid Jr. When I was young. I was like 15.
Word.
And I met MGK. And I just seen like the type of like effect he had when he wasn't even blown up yet. You know what I'm saying? He was still like
his energy. Though.
And the point I'm at right now, he was at that point.
Word.
And I just seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like you like you can, even though he ain't from East Cleveland niggas still fuck with him. Like you know what I'm saying? And I just seen the dynamic. And I mean, like I said too, like it was never really me to just be in that. I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to portray like no hard ass dude, and then at home I'm really a funny ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
be yourself. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So when fans really talk to you, they see you for what you are.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like everything I'm saying is my life, but I try to give it me. Like I'm a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm easily approachable. Like I want to have fun before I want to turn up on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my music always kind of been that way. It's just like I just had to figure out how to make it like fire.
Okay, I feel that. And so let's switch it up a little bit. The hair change. You know, you used to have the dreads. You feel me? And one day you just cut them off and went green. So they were red dreads at first. Then you you chopped the top, chopped the roof off. You got the fade. You got then you dyed it green. So what's the difference between the long hair dreads and the new Freshie? Do the colors mean anything also?
Yeah. To answer the first question, really the whole hair thing for real, I really kind of like, my dreads grew in wrong, or like it was like a life thing. I was going through life. I had them for like 8 years, so like the way I was growing them, like different shit. I even went through like a little depression stage, so like a lot of the front was like fell out type shit.
Yeah.
So I had to redo the front. That's why I had the mullet shit for a minute.
Well, yeah, I remember it was. Yeah.
Because I had to retwist the top, so I had to redo them, and then I had like long ones from my older ones in the back. So I had like a little mullet, and that shit was cool. But then I perform it, like the shit would smack me in my eye.
Word.
And I'd be like fucking dazzled, like damn, I can't see, like I'm trying to sleep, I'm choking myself in my sleep. I'm eating Chipotle, my hair got sour cream. I like fuck this long hair shit, so I cut them short. And then I said I never dye them, I ended up dyeing them. But the red was just like, I mean, that's my favorite color, so that was just like the first, you know what I'm saying, thing I was gonna do if I was gonna do anything. I did the little blonde tips, and I fuck with the dot, then I just went red. But you know, red just mean like rage, mean passion, and that's was tatted on my face. Like I just feel like that's, to describe me in one word, is me. It's
rage
passion.
and passion, or just
I got rage on the side, and then I got
passion on the other.
with the Chinese. Well, I don't know what side it's on. But, but yeah, it's just like I gotta go red. That's what I love. But
and then when you chopped it off,
when I had the orange. I had the orange dreads for a second. That was more so like album vibes. It started like I was managing shit, and they were just kind of really like giving me advice of just about packaging, and I just really like took it into consideration. Like damn, like a lot of things get sold because the way it's packaged. Like you're not gonna buy something that just like look off. You know, it just don't make sense. Like I'm like, what separates like fucking it's two types of tequila, but what made me want to get this Patron versus
the Casamigos?
You know what I'm saying? Because it's in a box, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just package. I mean, either way, you gonna get drunk.
Up, but
I'm saying, but the more package, the better package one usually the one that
like the brand appeal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I just kept kind of going with it, and then the orange meant like new. It meant like new beginning, like you finding, and that's why I really felt like I was finding my new self, like happiness and joy, but still determination. And that's where I was at that time, even though I didn't know that. Like I didn't pick the color because of that. It just like happened. I'm like, damn, like, and then the green is just like me chopping my hair off. It was like I said, I just was like, man, I don't know. I just wanted I wanted to like do something new, and then my hair was getting unhealthy, and it was started to look dirty, and it's like
all the dyeing plus the stretch from the dreads too.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I just the way I like had them. It was weird. I would have to get retwisted every week.
Damn, that's
the way my hair was braided.
Time management
it was just hella, and I'm just like, man, this shit just hella. It's more maintenance with the fucking hair. I had to do 3 different hairstyles: cut, braid, and twist. And it was just like, fuck that shit, bro. I just cut it, just like fuck it, and just was like, I'm gonna just go with the cut. And I actually like my haircut better for real.
I fuck with it. I fuck with the new look too. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. And the whole like scheme behind it, like the whole green stuff. I fuck with it as well.
Yeah, the green just on some like I learned what I learned from the orange, and I was just like, I really was going with the like the Beetlejuice thing, because I was just like,
that is the Beetlejuice green.
You know what I'm saying? The green and purple, that was really like, I forgot exactly how I even thought of it, but that's what it was. One of my videos had went viral on some shit.
Which video? You remember?
It was like the video, me and this police officer.
Okay.
And they had posted it on his blog, and people was like trying to like smoked me and shit. And they was like, he looked like Beetlejuice. He like Beetlejuice. And I was like, damn, I do like Beetlejuice though. Like, I'm like, I fuck with that because Beetlejuice really one of my favorite movies too. Though
it's a classic,
like,
man.
I love that movie, and it was like perfect. So I was like, I'm going with that. Like that's telling me like that. So I went with like the green and purple. And then, like, people be calling my producer Perp and shit. His real name is Pete.
Yeah,
like, But they be like Perp. So I was like, he went purple and I went green because the album was supposed to be like me and him. But, yeah, it's a whole love story. But the green mean, like, what I'm going through right now, too. It mean, like, you know, you done mastered what you then came across and, like, you got nothing but basically, like, joy. Like, it's joyful more, like, than orange. So.
Gotcha. And green light means, like, pretty much go. You know what I mean, also, potentially? No. Maybe. So with the style change, is there a change in the music as well for what we're about to see coming up next?
Hell yeah, for sure. I got braces and shit too. So like my whole like thing changed. It's just everything changed. So like especially with the music too. Like I'm just starting like not starting but just really like embracing. And too, like, I'm out of my management. I was managed by Sony, so for 2 years. So they really managed a lot of things I was doing. And even around the time we shot the video, like, I was even telling Mark, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be tripped. Like, so now that I'm, like, fully independent, I'm able to do what I want. I'm able to really embrace my independence. But still learning and taking what I learned from that situation. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, going into all my, like everything new with that mindset, like I don't have them no more, but I got the knowledge from that situation, and I'm just going with it for real. I'm just like I say all the way, but just tapping into a new me for real.
For that, and speaking of the new you, it's been a lot of leaks on the net coming out. I know it's that Midnight Club song that everybody been fiending for.
Facts.
You want to tell me a little bit about that, or about the how it was, with the recording process?
Hell yeah.
Or how was it?
One of my favorite stories for sure. I love talking about it. Fucking shout out Trippie though. Like he had reached out to me in January, just talking about like how my music was fire. He just DM'd me out of nowhere like, bro, you fire. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I was in Atlanta. I was like, bro, what the fuck? This nigga just DM'd me like one of my favorite artists, like top. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't hear from him again. No, I gave him my number. I told him, like, I'm a fan, bro. Like, I appreciate you, bro. Like, mean a lot. He like, what's your number? I gave him my number. I ain't hear from him. Then I was out in L.A. to do, like, this live stream show, whatever. And long story short, I did the show, shot the video to Please. I was just out there working regularly, like I normally do. And I dropped a snippet to the Please song. And I guess he seen it. It went up. The snippet went up. But I guess he seen it. It must have caught his feed because he had followed me. He just FaceTimed me. Like, I'm about to leave. I was about to go home. I'm like, literally, like, it's the last day I was in LA. I was like waking up to like start packing and leaving. And he literally FaceTimed me out of nowhere. Like, I'm thinking it's a bill collector. I'm like, what number is this?
Yeah, FaceTime me. Come on,
Answering, it's Trippie. And he's like, where you at? You in LA? I said, yeah. He like, all right, I'm about to come scoop you. I was like, all right, bet. Hung up. I told my assistant and my producer, like, y'all,
cancel the flight.
Keep the hotel. He on his way. Like, get dressed. I'm like, get fresh. We about to be out. Feel me? So me and my producer had went. Trippie came pick me up like himself. Took me to his crib. Let me play some of my music for him. And then he told me like how he got hip to me. Like, bro, I'm just like, I heard your music. Like, nobody told me about it. Like, I literally like your music. He got the playing songs like that he liked and all that. So I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's one of my favorite artists, and he listened to my music too. But he was just recording. He got a studio in his house, so he just got to record. He made that hook, and he was like, Freshie, hop on it. And he was like, I'm about to go lay down. He just left the room, and I just hopped on the song. He came back the next morning. I stayed there for like 4 nights. He came back the next morning. He like played the song. And he was like, bro, it's hard. So we just made it like there that day, the same day we made that song.
So we're gonna expect it to release anytime soon, or maybe not.
I'll definitely put on my album for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
And speaking about the album, tell us about that. No Strings Attached. That's what you previewed a while ago? Is that still the name? Is that still the project in progress? What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, the No Strings Attached is like really how I felt. 'Cause like I said, I got out of I didn't get out of it, but ended my management deal with Sony. So it was like No Strings Attached. But that's the name of a song, but was like the feeling, the vibe. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really what the music is. It's kind of like, before I was managed, you know what I'm saying? I always picked my own music without dropping. When I start getting managed, they start picking my songs for me.
Word,
so
word.
it was a weird dynamic we was having, because it's like I want to give people what I feel like they be wanting from me. So at the same time, giving them me, like what I want, I'm gonna give y'all what I like. You know what I'm saying? But I still pay attention to, like, you know what I'm saying, the people that's listening to my music.
The real fans.
You know what I'm saying? They
they
listen to it. You know what I'm saying? This gets people through their day. Like, I can listen to all my music and be cool. This, you know what I'm saying, is what they know me for. So this type of music is basically like me embracing like the Reid shit, like just turning up. You know
so
what I'm
we're
saying?
getting the real Freshie back, the dirty. I mean, you always been here. You always been real.
This ain't even. I about to say it's like it's a new fresh,
Word.
and that's what I always prided myself in for shows. Like none of my projects sound the same. Even none of my vibes. I mean, like, you know, you gonna turn up, but like it's never really you don't know what kind of expect. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna turn up every time. So like it's just a more like fine Freshie. I'll say that.
Okay. So also this has been like my favorite question I've been holding off the whole time. The 2K song.
Oh, facts. That's
Yeah.
what be on 2K. I don't know. I don't like they hit us up. We signed the contract and I haven't heard nothing. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's gonna be on the next 2K. Or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just had like reached out and like they had the contract and everything. So
And what song is it again? It's the one with Y&J?
No, with Foreign J.
Foreign J, my bad. Yeah, Foreign J.
Foreign J. It's called Regular Guy. It's on my second album, Bad Behavior.
And it was from a while ago though, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like weird, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's
that, I mean, that album, like 2020, 2019, I was going crazy. I dropped 3 albums 2019.
Yeah.
So like, that was 2019. That shit came out. So then they picked it up 2020 for sure.
Got you. How'd it feel like getting an opportunity to be in a video game? You know what I'm saying? That's like every nigga's dream. You feel me?
That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't felt it yet because it haven't came out. But I don't even have 2K. I don't even play 2K. Like, I don't even really play my Xbox at all for real. But I just know that when it come, I just know all my homies gonna send it to me, and that's what I pride, just because they, you feel me, like they play the game. So like for them to be like they be whooping the nigga ass, I'm like, yeah, it's my nigga.
In the background, you know that ass though.
That's fire. So for sure.
Okay. And also when I asked, like, how did COVID affect you or like your music at all? You know what I mean? I know COVID had us in the house to give us a lot of time to just think and do, you know what I mean? Like over the whole, like, I guess, year when the world was on pause, did you learn anything new or like, you know what I mean? Anything like really zone in for you? Lock in?
I mean, I already kind of live like a quarantine lifestyle.
Word.
Like I'll just be at the studio anyway, or like I'll be at home for real, or I do like, you know, little small stuff. But I mean, it affected me just because I like to perform. So like, and it kind of that was like always my like little scare. And it was like, damn, I ain't able to perform. Like, damn, I love performing though. Like, I just want to perform. So that was the only thing though. It's like we couldn't perform and really like go nowhere wearing that mask and all that shit. But it really ain't like super highly affect me though, because I already kind of like be on some quarantine shit.
Okay. And I saw a few weeks back, maybe a month or so back, you were you posted something on your story with like GQ magazine. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
That shit was wild too, man. Shout out GQ, man. Crazy. It was crazy. That's a crazy ass story too. Fucking, I was just literally like at this V-Lone pop up. I was fresh as hell though for sure. I had on all type of shit that motherfuckers really don't be wearing, but I was just there. Literally, I was just there standing in line. And my producer, his ass got to like smoking in the damn one of these dudes. It was like this fucking Suburban put up, and it was like these dudes. They was dressed like real fancy. The dude had on like an Aladdin hat type, and he hopped out with this girl, and she had on like a full Christian Dior fit. We just knew that they was important for something. But my dude just got to smoking his ass, talking about his hat, like. Man, you know what I'm saying, like Aladdin or whatever. I'm like, bro, them usually be the freshest niggas, bro. You better chill out. A hat might be Versace or something. We was just playing, and then like the dude, he ain't hear us or nothing, but he like they kept looking at me, and I'm like, damn, maybe they heard us. So he like walked over to me, and he was just like, you ever heard of GQ magazine? And I was like, yeah. He like, well, we really like your style. Like, look like you got a lot of potential, and you want to be a part of GQ magazine. And I was like, what day?
Word.
And then like, we give you a call. They took my picture, and then like literally like the next day they came scoop me up. Well, no, I had to go there, and then like we rode around and did some stuff. But yeah, it was that, you know, that's another just, you know what I'm saying, come from the hood shit.
Yeah.
That type of shit that you would never think would happen, but
because you got the image, like, you don't look like a normal person. I mean that in a good way, though.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see you out, like, just
Right.
even in Walmart, I'm like, yo, what's this nigga do? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm
True.
like, he definitely is an artist of some type. You feel
Facts.
me?
True.
And it's crazy when, like, obviously even important people can just spot that shit
Facts.
in a normal ass crowd. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Man.
Yeah, it was a blessing for sure. Like it was a blessing.
So how is it like doing photo shoots with, like, I guess like a real official, real deal like magazine versus like, you know, normal like say
Homie
like
shoot,
we do a
right.
photo shoot for you, like a homie shoot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I had kind of already set myself up for, I love taking pictures like that.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be a model. Like, I just always love take pictures. I'm a very photogenic person. I love videos. I love pictures. And I always tell my homies, like, on some funny shit, like, I'm like, man, like back in 2017, I'm like, bro, my Instagram I'm gonna live my Instagram like a bad bitch. Like,
yeah.
like all, and bitches have, excuse me, you know what I'm saying, respect to all the women, but it be females like that have no talent, but be having hella followers, hella all that engagement, all that, just because they be posting up the right way. So like, I just took that approach, like, you know what I'm saying, just getting fly. I love clothes. I'm into clothes. I always been
right now. You
feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm wearing homie shit right now and some little shit, but I love clothes. Like, I'm super on that shit. Like, the aesthetic of clothes, putting colors, like, I love it since a kid. Like I said, I ain't got no siblings, so like I always had to find something productive to do. You know what I'm saying? Just productive, and then not even to stand out. Just like I was interested in other things. I ain't really had nobody to talk to, so it's like I just find myself doing other things. But like just having, like, you know what I'm saying, just a knack for fashion, and like that's what I was saying, getting into the modeling. Because I took pictures and then like just looking cool and shit. Then like people started picking that up. Like, I'm not model for Nicks and for Subies and for Pleasures and a couple different brands and shit. You know, then some local brands and stuff. So I always kind of was like already modeling. That was just like a point. You know what I'm saying? Like a milestone for models.
Not a leap of faith, but milestone.
A milestone for models. You know, to do GQ. So like that's supposed to be coming out like next month.
Is it a magazine feature or is it like the online, or
it's gonna be a magazine feature? It's gonna be in the magazine.
Definitely got a copy. Let me know. I'm buying an edition.
Hell yeah! As soon as I get it, the world gonna know, because that's major for sure.
Most
sure.
definitely.
It's not too many people from Cleveland other than probably like Kid Cudi that, or like MGK that was in GQ.
No cap. And also I see on your story a while ago you posted something at HITCO. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that if you can.
Shout out HITCO, shout out Hersh, man. That boy Hersh is Superman for sure. But, Hersh, he promised me, he said, well, I'm gonna get you a meeting with them. Like, no doubt, just get to LA. You know what I'm saying? Just get to LA. And I made my way out there, and it just was supposed to be a meeting.
Okay.
And then they instantly just fell in love. Like, shout out to everybody over there, Kill and everybody over there, Aaron, Reid, LA, all of them. But once they heard my music, they was, you know, they caught on, and then like we know kind of like the same people from, like, one of the people was from Columbus, and he heard nothing but good about me from all like OGs. Like, he could call anybody in Cleveland, they were just vouching like good for me, just telling them a lot. And then like Aaron Reid, which is LA Reid's son, as soon as he heard my music, he was like, we need him, like, you know what I'm saying? So nothing really is in like on paper yet, but they just really trying, you know, helping me out right now.
Yeah.
You know, just pulling strings and just making sure that.
Okay. It's crazy because like you've hit like all the right steps. You know what I'm saying? Even like from a year ago, you were still doing your thing, but like over like the last, I want to say even 6 months, like the progress is just like insane. You know what I mean? Almost unbelievable. You feel me?
Much, bro.
And I respect it because the hard work is just like finally being put in the light. Like sometimes people think it's like an overnight success, but like there's a saying that it takes like 10 years to become an overnight success.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I say,
like,
overnight from working 10 years, something could change. Every night, every time I wake up, something new. Like, it's some new opportunity. So like, that's what I think about overnight success. Overnight success is building itself. So like, it's never just gonna happen like know what I'm saying? Until that one day, it will though. You know what I'm saying?
It might seem like it was
you're
overnight,
gonna go to sleep and you're gonna wake up and then that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is that take you to that next. Like I said with the Trippie situation, I woke up and then that happened. So that to me that's overnight success because that's just another point of success that I've reached. Like damn, you know what I'm saying? I got to work with my favorite artist, or like damn, like I woke up and went to GQ. Like that's overnight. So like. Yeah.
Or went to HITCO, met the Reid.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Shit that niggas dream about. Some shit that niggas can't even dream about. Exactly. You know what I mean?
And that was the cool thing too. Like LA Reid, once the whole building, you know, fell in love with me, they told him, and he really don't even be around too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he be in the office, like, and I met him and he kind of already was familiar who I was because he heard so much good about me. So that was another, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Overnight success. Like success builds overnight, honestly.
I feel that. And like, so you seem like you're obviously taking the right steps. And like you obviously take this music shit like 100% serious. And like I know as you're an artist, you know, you can like see some people who really don't, you know what I'm saying? So like with the milestones you're like recently accomplishing, what advice do you have to give to the people out there that's like still trying to come up or like still on the come up, you know what I mean?
Consistency. For real. That's in relationships.
Okay.
That's my two biggest things of advice. And invest into yourself. There's three things, right? The most important. You got to be consistent in everything you do. Before the consistency, the relationships. I wouldn't have got as far as I gotten without the people around me.
Most that.
The people that helped me, even if they're not around anymore. The people that I've known, you know what I'm saying, just over the time, staying true to myself, always just wanting to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? I met so many people that helped my art progress. It wasn't just me, you know what I'm saying? I always had somebody helping push the envelope in some way to help me get to that next step. That and then consistency, just always doing it. Like even when times when I be feeling like I'm not my best fan, you know, I'm not my biggest fan every day. So like when I feel like giving up or when I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I just like, nah, bro, you just gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like this is what I'm here to do because it's what I love the most.
Most definitely. So
I really don't have no other choice, honestly, because I put myself in this position to have no other choice. So
plan B distracts from plan A.
So for any person that's out there, you know what I'm saying, like that's watching this or gonna watch this or whatever, listening, whatever, like, stay consistent. Whatever you're doing, no matter what it is, like, because you're going to see progress over time. As long as you keep doing it. You're going to see, I don't know how you say progress in a down way. Digress.
Yeah, digress. Yeah,
you're going to see that too, but, you know, that's a part of the process.
Yeah, the roller coaster, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's going to be ups, it's going to be downs, but as long as you stay consistent, you know what I'm saying, you're going to always see something. You're going to see some type of progress. And invest into yourself. Don't be scared to put some money up for things you got to do because you got to think like it's a business at the end of the day. And all the biggest business, what they do, they invest into themselves. Walmart invests into themselves. Apple invests into themselves. Why wouldn't you?
Right? You know what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, invest in yourself. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody going to take you serious until you take yourself serious.
Exactly.
Especially as an artist, you know what I mean? Because everybody say they can rap.
Right.
And some niggas really can rap, but it's like, how
and
serious do you take yourself even if you can?
And I was going to say too, like, that's a point of seriousness. Is like learning that it's not only just like spending money on studio time. I be telling my homies that all the time, like, it's not about who can make the most songs, who can stay in the studio the longest and make the quickest verse. That's competitive. Competition is greed, and greed is sin. And anybody that's too eager to want greed, then you ain't gonna see no good from that. Yeah. I mean, you will, but it won't be.
Or it might crash in the long run.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you gotta invest to yourself other than just like the music part. You gotta do the business part too, because it's a music business. At the end of the day. Yeah, for sure.
So wrapping it up, do you have anything you want to say to the fans out there? Any shout outs, any advice, or any more advice? You know what I mean?
I love all my fans. Without y'all, literally, I am nothing. I love my team. Shout out to my whole entire team, the whole entire team. Shout out to all my family, my mom, you know what I'm saying, my biggest supporter. My dad, you know what I'm saying, support for sure. Like my parents, you know what I'm saying, even though they wasn't together, they always played a role in my life. Shout out to myself, because, you know, and God, you know what I'm saying, because without me or him, none of this would be possible. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to everybody, you know, that supported me, but that's not a fan, or all my friends that's around me, you know, for me. Yeah, and another point of advice for real, just stay you. Like the only way you really gonna stand out is being yourself. Mm-hmm. And cause can't nobody be you. Can't nobody really, you know, we all recreate something else, but people, I don't even say pay attention, but being yourself is being different. You know what I'm saying? So stay to that. You know what I'm saying? Cause it gets you far for sure. Respect and loyalty.
Big one. A lot of people don't got that though.
Loyalty, and not just loyal to another person, like loyal to yourself. Mm-hmm. Loyal to your craft. You know, never give up on yourself or your craft if this is what you want to do in life. It's a business. It's hard, but you'll get through it. It's supposed to be hard. Who said life was easy?
Right. It was like this Nipsey quote. He was like, they asked him something, and he was like, they were like, do you mind that like working this hard is kind of like difficult at certain times? He was like, well, if you really have a passion, it's supposed to like be a little bit of a burden sometimes. You know what I mean? Because that's how you like come out that shell. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Get that next layer.
I like I love LeBron James. That's one of my like people I like use as inspiration all the time, and I just try to use like I know it takes that much work to be that great. Yeah. Even though a person can make the performance look like it's nothing, a lot of that is like just natural. You know what I'm saying? And if it's natural, like how I feel like it's natural for me, like then all you gotta do is, you know what I'm saying, shape it, like form it, and the more work you put in, you know what I'm saying, shit you get back. So I really started paying attention to that the older I got, like just with life in general. You know what I'm saying? Like if I mean, I've been doing music my whole life, so music taught me a lot of life lessons. But yeah, shit, the more you put in, the more you get out.
What's up? And latest single out right now is?
Latest single is off, but we got a new single coming out this week for sure. It's the first time I'm saying it in person. So a single called Lost My Mind. Crazy, you know, my homies in and on the visuals. People going crazy. Yeah, I'm dropping new music, man. I'm dropping all the rest of this year, man. Doing it right this year, man. Dirty.
Yes, sir. This is not gonna be the last time you see him. You know what I mean? I can't wait to look back on this and like maybe even 3 months and just see how much progress has happened since then. You know what I mean?
Man, y'all boys going crazy. Like I told y'all, you know what I'm saying, off the camera, like y'all going crazy, man. I love to see this, bro. I love to see just people working together, man, teams, and then it's like black, white people mix people. Like I don't know ethnicity, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love that, bro, because that's what we were just talking about in the car, like just breaking those barriers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I got the type of lane I got, and I get a lot of love and support from my city because I'm doing, like I was saying, like I'm being myself and I'm doing what somebody not doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a lane and a route, even though it's a little harder in Cleveland, but I'm taking that route that nobody else really.
Yeah. You know, it's your own way.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing both cultures together. And it's hard for art. You know, Doughboy could do it, MGK could do it, but somebody that's really in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
for now,
that's
in
me.
the middle for now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me right there.
It's gonna be at the top and shit. Probably by the time this video drop.
Exactly.
We'll see. You feel me?
Oh God.
Yes, sir. But go follow him at Freshie on IG.
Yes, Freshie.
Stream him on every platform. Yep. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple Music.
Freshie.com if you get lost.
Freshie.com. And shout out to the Dirty Gang also.
Shout out to the Pull Up Boys, man. We behind the red right now, man.
Yes, sir.
We behind the red.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you for having you on the show. Thank you.
Y'all, man. Always, man. For sure, G.
Yes, sir. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.